One go. I'm a little bit late, guys, but what's the old saying?
Better late than never.
Like Sherry just said, better late than never. Amen. Well, welcome to another Song a Day Keeps the Devil Away prayer at noontime. Amen. Anytime something keeps you from singing, you're heading in the wrong direction. Hello there, Leah. Yep. If the devil can steal your praise, if the devil can steal your song, then he can probably go after your prayer life. And if he goes after your prayer life, then he'll probably go after your fasting life or your obedience life or your witnessing. I remember when I was growing up, my brother and I, we got radically saved, and we were having a lot of Christian friends over the house. And and our and our neighbor was actually a pastor of a very conservative church. So anyway, he saw the excitement that my brother and I had, and he said, "I have to have you, have to have." I think he might have been even from the South a little because he had a little Southern accent. I have to have you guys over for dinner sometime. So I remember he had us over for dinner, and after we got done eating, he he said, "Yeah, I've been seeing the excitement in you guys, and that's really neat. And he said, I remember when I was, you know, first gave my heart to the Lord and how I was excited like that. And then he just went on right to say, and when you get older, that zeal, that excitement wears off. And he says it's completely natural. And but it was something because to me, it was like he was taking a good old wet religious rag, and he was trying to put out our fire. And that's why I'm so grateful for Elizabeth Boland. We all called her Grandma. She started the coffee house ministry at Maranatha Coffee House. She started that in her late 50s, early 60s. And I guess around that time she was probably 65. Yeah, she was probably close to 65 years old. In fact, she was probably older than him. And she had the fire of the Holy Ghost. And as a young adult, the passion that she had and the walk with the Lord that she had as an older woman, because I was in my early 20s and she was 60, 65 years old, that I wanted what she had. And I guess that's a part of uh, that prophecy that, I'll turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and children to the fathers, because she had a hold of something that I wanted, and that was the power of the Holy Spirit. That was a walk with the living God, that she had a way of communicating with the Lord and seeing things in the Spirit that captivated my young adult heart. And I think maybe if that captivated my heart, then maybe we all, as seniors now, that if we all had a fresh, passionate, Holy Ghost filled walk with the Lord, and we were tapping into the Lord, and we were seeing into the heavenly realm, and we were praying and interceding for this next generation coming up, and we were able to be a passionate, on fire for God example, living it out right before them, then just maybe their hearts will be turned towards us and our hearts towards them. So just some food for thought, right? A lot of times we just want to kind of like blame things on the younger generation, but we're one of those old, wet, religious, traditional rags that no young adult really wants to receive inspiration from. And so maybe we need to check ourselves in at the altar and get a hold of some of that passionate fire so that these young adults can say, wow, okay, I've seen a lot, but I've never seen somebody on fire for the Lord like this. It's like, how old are you? And honestly, quite honestly, it doesn't matter how old, because if they see the genuine fruit and gifts of the Holy Spirit in operation, that it doesn't matter whether they're 30 years old, if it's operating through a 30-year-old, or it's operating through an 80-year-old or a 90-year-old, that when God operates through somebody, it's attractive. When God flows through somebody, it's like a moth drawn to the flame. It just brings that person in, because we're all going to live forever. And just because our bodies are getting older doesn't mean that the God of all creation is getting old and worn out. God doesn't get old and worn out. And so if God's living in us, that the Spirit operating in and through us shouldn't be old and worn out. It should be like new wine. It should be fresh, and it should be contagious. More contagious than this stupid COVID thing going around. Amen. All right. Hallelujah. Brother Sir William. Man, Sir William's with us today. Hallelujah, Sir William.
Wow.
And Pam Perna, Sister Shirley,
Honey, how I do that?
and Leah. Oh, I love you all. Let me see if I can get, there we go. I can pull my chat up. There we go. Oh, man, I love you guys. Leah, Catherine, Teddy. Hello, everyone. Teddy is heading to the University of Maryland for surgery. Please pray for me. Amen. Heavenly Father, we pray for Teddy right now, that he had this traumatic gunshot wound to the face. And Lord, we're asking that you will touch him in the mighty name of Jesus, that you would sustain him. And Father God, that you would be with the surgeons. And most importantly, you would be with him through this process, Lord. Just keep his spirit trusting in you. We're all going to get new bodies one day anyway. So the outward appearance doesn't matter at all. But Lord, just restore to him functionality, Lord. Functionality, Lord, even where he would be able to swallow again and eat again. Lord, just perform a miracle, Lord, in his heart and in his life. In Jesus' name. Amen, Brother Teddy. Love you. Sir William says hi. There's Sherry. He heard you in the background.
Sir William did?
Yes, and Beverly. And yep, Pam Perna made it today. Hallelujah. And Pamela Dimes.
Did you
Amen.
tell Sir William about your channel, or did he just come across it?
No, he discovered it a while ago, but it's a little hard for him being on his lunch break. And Carol says, pray for JR. He had another bad several days where he could barely breathe.
Sorry.
Father, in Jesus' name, we just pray for JR, and just be the breath of God to him and open up his lungs. By your stripes, he is the healed of God. Manifest your healing in his heart, in his life, in his body, in Jesus' name. So we thank you and we praise you. Hallelujah. Thank you, Holy Ghost. You're making a bunch of good noise in there, honey. All that work for a cookie?
All that work for a cookie.
Oh, hallelujah. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Amen. Well, let's go before the Lord. I've got to get back to work and finish this sliding door here so that Sherry and I can walk around the town a little
Right,
bit.
and then we have a 6-hour drive.
And then we got a 6-hour drive heading back home. So, Heavenly Father, we praise you, we honor, we worship you. We thank you that this is the day that you have made. And we thank you, Lord, that we can make this an altar of prayer right now, that we have a mobile altar. We've got an altar that we carry around with us all the time. We present our bodies as living sacrifices upon that altar of the Lord. And we're grateful, God, that you listen to us when we pray. We are grateful, Father, that the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and your ears are listening to our prayers. So we are so grateful, God, that we do not pray in vain, and we do not pray in repetition. We pray to a living, resurrected high priest who ever lives to make intercession for us. And we praise you, Lord, that we never have to worry about that you always are there 24/7. And it doesn't matter whether we've experienced something traumatic like our brother Teddy, or even worse, or we are just going through a headache or pain in our back, that you are there to be a very present help in the time of need. And God, we're grateful for what you're doing. We're grateful, God, that we are bringing the altars back into our homes. We are grateful, God, that we are bringing this place of communication and divine exchange back into our lives, Lord, as a pattern of righteousness, as a something, Lord, that you can build upon, something that you can count on. Lord, that you can count on us coming before you every day to pray, that we're not going to allow dust to accumulate on our altars. We're not going to allow so much time to go by where we do not attend to the fire that is supposed to be on our altars. God, we ask your forgiveness for not being passionate for you. We do not want to be a wet religious rag. We want to be on fire for you. And Lord, we want our lives to be contagious, that when young adults and teenagers and children, all the way through the spectrum, Lord, that when they get around us, when they look at us, when they see how we live and how we operate, and they behold you, that they'll be attracted to it, Lord. That even though our outward shell is getting older, gray, wrinkles, Lord, that our inner man is renewed day by day. And there should be something that is so attractive in us that others are able to behold. And that's what we desire, Lord. We desire to be so attractive to you that we are attractive to others. And we know that it's Christ in us. So, Father, release that passion in our hearts. Release that passion in our lives. Take away the rough edges and take away our criticisms and any negativity. And create in us a clean heart, of God. We're supposed to be representatives. We're supposed to represent Jesus. And if people aren't attracted to us, then there's something wrong, because we've got Christ in us, the hope of glory. And so God, make us more attractive. Let Christ come out of us. Let him ooze out of us. Let him be seen. We don't want to hide this precious light under a bushel. We want to set it on a candlestick like a beacon of hope, a beacon of light, so that when others look at it, no matter what they're going through, if they're going through addiction, they're going through drugs, they're going through loneliness, depression, anxiety, fear, hopelessness, that they can look at us and have a reason to ask us, what is it that we have found in life that makes us so happy? And why is there that glimmer in our eyes, and those soothing words, and even prophetic words, and working of miracles? I mean, you could do anything, Lord, in and through us, God. So what is it? And we are able to give a clear testimony. But God, we need to be passionate for you. We need to be on fire for you. We need to be in tune and aligned with you, so that our life can be exciting, and we can see other people drawn to the light through our testimony, the way we live. So set us on fire, Jesus. And men, and I once heard it might have been John Wesley or something. He said, just set me on fire, Lord, so that others can just watch me burn. And that, if you take that in a literal sense, that some of these young adults would probably be captivated by somebody burning, all the zombie movies and everything else they see. And but we want to burn with the zeal and the fire of the Holy Ghost, and that will be attractive to others. So, Lord, that's revival. You're reviving your people. You're bringing us alive. You're bringing us to the forefront, and you're going to empower us and live and move and have your being in us and through us. You're going to work with us, in us, to do your good pleasure. And you're going to confirm your word with signs and wonders, and great things should happen. Greater things than these, Jesus said, shall you do, because I go unto my Father. And let us just grab a hold of these principles and these laws and actually live them out, and actually be consecrated on the altar of prayer long enough so that you can make us what we need to be. And I think a lot of times the church should probably just stop everything it's doing and just lay on the altar until God resurrects some people. And just waking up this church, Lord, waking it up. Revive it, Lord. Let this sleeping giant come to life, and let these bones live again. So we praise you, we honor you, we give you glory today. And just feel free to leave your prayer request, and so that others can pray for you. In Jesus' name, as we press forward every day at noon, we try our best every day at noon to get in here and get on here and be an inspiration to others. And we're a prayer network, a prayer team to pray and encourage one another. So, Lord, just honor the prayers of agreement as we pray for one another in Jesus' name. We pray for all those that are in authority over us. We pray for our little presidents and our little governors and little mayors and little congressmen. We just pray for all of them in the name of Jesus. Let them know how insignificant their lives are, especially if they are not following you. Everything they do is going to be consumed by the fire of God, and they're going to be left wanting. They're going to be left suffering in eternal torment if they do not come and bend their knee and acknowledge you as their Lord and Savior. So we thank you, Lord, that you are sovereign. We thank you that the devil can't even do anything without God's permission. We thank you for the wall of fire that is around each and every one of us, that protects us and keeps us, so there's no reason to fear or be afraid of anything. Plagues, sicknesses, diseases, nothing. We are alive because Christ is in us. And when our number's called, we're going to go. And until then, nothing's going to take us out. Nothing is going to keep us from performing God's will on the earth. Nothing. We'll escape through the crowd if we need to. It doesn't matter. God is with us. Let us get a hold of that in the name of Jesus. Just like the mountains are round about Jerusalem, the Lord is round about his people, from henceforth even forevermore. God, that we would get a hold of that. If God is for us, who can be against us? The devil's just a dot. The devil's insignificant. The devil's just a little man. And one day we're going to see how small he is and how powerless he is. And we're gonna laugh at him and say, "Is this the man? Is this the one who deceived all the nations?" And we're gonna laugh at him. And a little old angel is going to be sent down to throw him into the bottomless pit. That compared to God, the devil is nothing. And there's 2 good angels for every bad angel. So with 2 good angels for every bad angel, and the Holy Spirit, the Father, Jesus, the God of all strength and power, the Lord God Almighty, omnipotent, who reigns, that this is a win-win situation. God has already won the war, and we just need to evict the devil out of every area in our lives in Jesus' name. Every area that we might have given him a foothold, kick him out, and tread upon lions and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. Nothing shall by any means hurt us. We are the head, not the tail. We are victorious. We are made more than conquerors through Christ who loved us. If we could just get a hold of that, in Jesus' name, we would rise up and be a part of that army, that last days army, like never before. So we love you. We give you praise. Just pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Just keep your hand upon Jerusalem, everything that is going on. One day it's going to be our home over there. One day we're all going to gather over there in the holy city of Jerusalem. Hallelujah. In Jesus' mighty name. I'll tell you, this is good stuff, folks. Man, when you start to get a hold of the reality of the gospel, it breaks every mindset of the enemy. It breaks up everything that you've ever been exposed to. You know, maybe your parents, literally our parents programmed us for 18 years or 25 years. Maybe some of you are at home for 30 years. But your parents programmed you. Your mom programmed you, and your dad programmed you. And some of the things that you've been programmed by, your school system programmed you. The media programmed you. So you've been programmed. So admit it. Say, I've been programmed. And a lot of us need to be deprogrammed. And that's what the Word of God is for. The Word of God washes and renews our mind. It deprograms us. We are washed and cleansed by the renewing of our mind, by the Word of God. And so the more and more you get into the Word of God, the more you get programmed by Him. The more you start thinking like Him. The more you start responding like Him. The more you start acting like Him. So the more time you behold Him, the more you become like Him. And we are changed from glory to glory. So each and every one of us should be getting better. Each and every one of us should be getting more glorious. Each and every one of us should have our faith being increased day by day, trial by trial, experience by experience. And so we need to be less programmed by the world, so become detached from the world, so that God can have more chance to program you the way you need to be programmed, so that we can have a bunch of anointed ones walking around on the earth today. That's what the world needs. The world needs a whole army of little anointed ones walking around representing Jesus, the Son of the living God. And when we start seeing that happen, man, ain't nothing going to touch it. Nothing's going to touch it, folks. Hallelujah. What do you say?
Is that sealed off yet out there?
No. The birds are going
keep
up there.
going up in there. And then I see feathers flying out.
All right. Thank you, Jesus. Amen, Bev. Our God, Papa God, is a burden bearer.
Mm-hmm.
Man, our Papa He bears our burdens. We cast our every care upon Him because He cares for us and He sustains us and He hears our prayers.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Need. Extended release, Jesus boost. Hallelujah. If you just go to some of these Redemption House services that we've been having lately, if you just go to, Redemption House Life Center on YouTube, or if you go to Redemption House Life Center on Facebook and just subscribe or become a part of it, some of the teachings that have been coming forth have been phenomenal. And the praise and worship is just right from the throne room where heaven just touches earth. I know it might sound a little bit biased, but whatever your favorite worship leader, whatever your favorite praise, your favorite, just get plugged in. Get plugged into what God has for you at this moment, because that's why there's so many denominations and so many different ministries. Some you'll connect with, some you'll relate with, and just get plugged into the ones that God has for you. And then God will take you from glory to glory. He loves you that much. He wants to take you by the hand of the Spirit, and He wants to prosper you in every way. Kendall. Good to see you, my brother Kendall. God bless you. Hallelujah. Can't touch this. You can't touch this. Can't touch this. That's right, Carol. God's unfailing love for us. Yeah, we're still up here in Rochester, New York, and we're going to be working our way back. Once I get this sliding door done, I take my lady out to the Lake Ontario. We're going to walk around Lake Ontario for a little while before sunset. Thanks for sharing such a powerful word. Amen, my brother Kendall. I love you guys. Kendall is a part of what's it called?
Redemption House Life Center.
Redemption House Life. And what else? Called to Shine.
Oh, yes. Called to Shine.
Called to Shine. Kendall has been called to go around. He's one of the fellow RVers that I've been telling you about. And if you look up his ministry, Called to Shine, that they, in the next 2.5 years, are believing God that they're going to go through every state, all 50 states. And hopefully, by the time they head out towards California, we're going to have a little smaller RV, and we're going to be able to join them on their trip out to California for our 20th anniversary. We just celebrated our 18th, and we're hoping and we're praying and believing that we will be able to join them on their trek across the nation. And by that time, God's going to have so many different connections all established for us, and we're going to be able to minister every day, everywhere we go, and set our feet on every state and believe God for revival. We're going to be like the Crusaders, like fire starters and revival bearers, just to go and just set churches on fire. Amen. So anyway, that is a desire of ours as well, to be able to, that's why we're slimming down right now and we're becoming mobile, so that at any moment we are able to pick up and go and be like the wind, wherever the wind blows, wherever it lists us. They are those that are led by the Spirit. Amen. Well, I love you all. I'm going to get back to work. So God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. I love you all. And Lord willing, we will see you here again tomorrow at noon. All right. Bye-bye.